Hi there and welcome to Swiss Road Trip Garage. You're looking at the 2006 Maserati GranSport convertible, which I've had for a couple of years now. It's in very good condition, but it needs a few finishing touches for its winter detail. If you look in the engine bay, everything is nice and tidy around here. I've cleaned and polished this. There isn't really anything to do under the bonnet, so I'm quite happy with the way that's looking. The interior is also pretty clean. Wheels and tires are good. See, there's maybe a little bit of a need for a hoover or a little bit of cleaning around the dash, but that's pretty much done and dusted. I've also got my CTEK battery conditioner on the go. I quite like that. It's a good piece of kit. Highly recommended. If you don't have one, you should think about getting it. Got it hooked up to the battery. So you can just plug it and unplug it with that. And that's actually really happy with that. So just going over here, talk you through some of the materials that I've already used. In terms of the roof, I've used the Turtle Wax Soft Top roof cleaner. Gone over that. Also the conditioner. So those two products have been applied to the roof, apart from a little bit of lint. That's looking really good. That's quite a modern roof. I've also cleaned the brakes with this Swiss brake cleaner, wheel and tire cleaner from Meguiars, and this Max Coat wheel cleaner, which is a bit weird because it's kind of green, but it goes on well. And the wheels are looking good. The brake calipers, everything's nice, but there is a little bit of dirt that I need to pick up here. And one thing in particular that I'd noticed is that in Switzerland, the soil is not like peat, so it doesn't wash away easily when it rains, but it's a bit like clay, so it sticks to the side of the car. And I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a slight sort of scratchy sound, little bits of clay that I just need to go over. So I'm going to use my my clay bar, auto clay. Give the car a light clay, maybe some ArmorAll inside. Everyone's familiar with that, I'm sure. There's my Dodo Juice Born Slippy Clay Lube to use with the clay, and then use the last of my Meguiars Ultimate Paste Wax. I'd also add that I've used the Redex Petrol system cleaner just for over the winter, and I know it's a minor thing, but you know, Halfords rain repellent for the windscreen. So I've done a lot of things to the car already, including pumping the tires up to 50 psi with my compressor over there. So I've got a winter cover on it, or well, not on it right this second, obviously, but I've got a winter cover that I'll put on it as soon as I finish the detail, and then I can swap the Maserati for the Ferrari and do some detailing to the Ferrari. So yeah, so that's the intro, and let's get going. So the GranSport has 19-inch wheels and wears low-profile tires that are 32 psi in the rear and 35 psi in the front. During the summer. So during the winter, when the car's laid up, I like to pump it up to 50 psi just to avoid flat spots. I've got an Einhell compressor, which is very useful for that. So that's just another tip. You don't want flat spots. So the thing is, you know, you wash the car down with hot water and the pressure washer, and then you put a foam bath on it and spray all that off and towel it down, and you think you've got everything nice and clean, but then, you know, you take a closer look and you start to see all this dirt that you missed, and there's also some brake dust on the wheels that didn't quite come off. You know, it's just one of those things where you know, you actually do have to get down close and have to look at the car and make sure that you've got it nice and clean before you lay it up for the winter. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wash and try to get off those last bits of residue, and then I'm going to give it a clay, and after I've clayed it, then we'll wax it. Right, so what we're doing here is just applying the auto clay. So it's a smoothing clay bar. So you take this, you cut off a piece, you sort of shape it like that, and keep it wet, clean cloth for wiping it off, and your Dodo Juice Born Slippy Clay Lube, which I quite like. Right, so what I've got here is one container of Dodo Juice, which is basically just water, because this one's empty. I've kind of used that one up, and a full one, but you know, it's a bit expensive, so you don't want to just waste this stuff. So I've got a bucket of warm water, and just go over everything thoroughly with water and a diluted amount of Dodo juice. You know, you don't want to miss anything, just to get that. That way, if you don't have Dodo juice on the bar, or at least you know that you've got water on the car, because obviously you don't want to do this without the appropriate lubricant. Right. So yeah. Sort of makes a squeaky sound. So be very careful not to drop it, because if you drop it on the ground, then you kind of throw it out, because it just absorbs grit and dirt, and that's the last thing you want on the car. So you can feel like tiny bits of sort of sediment or impurities, or could be tree wax or any old thing. It's getting a little bit dark, but it's not picking up anything major, which is good. So you always need to check the bar. Yeah, looking good. Like I said, I mean, I have clayed the car before. It's just, you know, you want to before you lay it up for the winter, you want to make sure that you don't have any impurities or anything on the paint. When you're done, just dry it off. Bit of ArmorAll on the interior. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit. Right. Well, there you have it. It's the detail's done. It hasn't taken all day, you know, just an afternoon. It was a few hours, hard work at times, but I think it's come out really nice. Very happy with the results. Pleased in particular that I can now put the car away over the winter, knowing that you know, the interior is looking good. It's got a coat of ArmorAll on it. The body's been treated for contaminants. So, you know, clayed the whole car, waxed the whole car. Okay, there's still the odd smudge here and there, and maybe a couple of swirly scratches that I have to work out next year with my DA polisher. But for now, it's looking very good. Wheels and tires are all nice and clean, brake calipers, etc. And yeah, very happy with the result. As you can see, the Maserati's up on the car lift, having just finished the detail earlier. And I thought I'd take you for a spin underneath and let you see the car from the nut below. So here you go. It's your engine and suspension components. It's all very clean. Very impressive exhaust system, if you ask me. Spin around. Your transfer case. There you go. Okay, the cars have now been swapped. You'll see the Ferrari out ready for, I don't know, something to do to it. I'm sure there's some filthy bit that I haven't found yet. And the Maserati's on the car lift. The car cover's on, side mirrors are turned in, the battery conditioner is plugged in, everything's covered and clean and lovely, and that's going to stay that way probably till May or maybe even June. I don't know. Maybe May. We'll see. Anyway, bye for now.